The Vibro-Crystal research event could save Genshin Impact. Yeah, you heard me right. Okay, that's a bit overdramatic, but I'll explain what I mean. And in the background there will be some footage of me getting all the platinum medals. Therefore, this video will probably be pretty long, but I won't talk through all of it. As a lot of us have realized by now, Genshin Impact's endgame really sucks. And in no particular order, I will go through some of the reasons why and how the Vibro-Crystal event can actually fix some of those problems. The first one is pretty obvious, and I'm sure you've heard it already, but I feel like it's important to get it out of the way. There is almost nothing in terms of combat to do. The Spiral Abyss literally has the same enemy lineup on floor 11 and 12 for like 6 weeks at a time. And floor 9 and 10 has been the same since like Inazuma came out, which is a really long time. And since it resets every other week, if you do it the first day when it resets, there won't be any more of it until 2 weeks. The Vibro-Crystal event, on the other hand, feels dramatically different from the Abyss, even though it still uses 2 different teams. So it adds a lot of variety, and therefore also a lot of content. Especially if it would be resetted every week or every other week, like the Abyss, with different enemy lineups or different buffs. Maybe it could even be similar to Abyss, where it has the same enemy lineup for a few weeks, but the buffs themselves change a lot more often. And trust me, for a billion-dollar company like Hoyoverse, this wouldn't be hard to do. But it would create so much more fun in their game. Another big problem in Genshin is that you basically only have to level up a few meta teams and then you don't have to use half the characters on your account. But thanks to the buffs in the Vibro-Crystal research event, you all of a sudden get very high rewarded for investing in a lot of different characters and teams. Since if you want a really high score, you would ideally want 2 different teams that can take advantage of the same buff. An effect of this is also that a lot of less powerful characters become a lot more viable. For example, Yae Miko is deemed by many to not be a very powerful character, mostly because Beidou is already a 4-star and is broken. But when you get to a stage with a huge Electro bonus buff, Yae Miko becomes really valuable if you want a really high score. Some people might say that this is really not free-to-play friendly, but the free-to-play players also get one strong team, since they can usually have a Beidou. So thanks to the fact that the 4-star characters are usually pretty good in Genshin Impact, this means that the free-to-play players can usually make one really strong team taking advantage of the buff. Sometimes even 2, even though it will be less optimal than maybe having a 5-star on the other half. Another example of this was in the last stage, where opponents Frozen had their defense decreased by 50%. On this stage, you would actually be rewarded for having both Ayaka and Ganyu. But if you're free to play, you would also be rewarded for just having any freeze team, since 50% decrease is a lot. And in this sense, I'm actually pretty sure that a free-to-play player who invested in their cryo characters would have an easier time than spenders that maybe didn't properly build their cryo characters or didn't even have an ice team. So in this way, the Vibro-Crystal event really encourages you to invest in a lot of different characters in a free-to-play friendly way. And now I didn't even mention that they could have child characters like in the event, which also creates advertisement for these characters and makes people want to spend money on the game. Even though they should probably gear their child characters better, because they're painfully bad, some of them. Even though I know they want you to want to have the character yourself, so that you can build them better, but still, come on here. So it's almost like the whales, the free-to-players, and Hoyoverse all win. Another problem with the Genshin endgame is that you aren't rewarded enough for completing it. You get 50 more Primogems from going to 36 stars instead of 33 stars in the Abyss. And I don't think that the endgame rewards for completing a permanent version of the Vibro-Crystal event should be Primogems mostly, but rather maybe other special items that are cosmetic, or perhaps artifact re-rolling devices. Because I'm pretty sure people would really want those and do basically anything to get them. Or maybe just fragile resin. One thing that people like to argue is that Genshin is a casual game meant for casual players, and that really hard endgame content could scare them away. This is a really argument. I suppose this comes from the fact that a lot of players seem to want really high rewards for completing the endgame content, which I don't really agree with. Or there may be just those people that can't stand the fact to see that some people are just better than them at stuff, and therefore don't want to get into it. Which in my opinion still makes no sense. And that's why I don't really want a leaderboard either. So as long as the rewards for completing the endgame content isn't really important, and like Primogems, I don't think that's gonna scare away anyone. But maybe just push people to become better and play the game more, and talk about different strategies and such, which would spread the game more to a lot of different people. Just like how the lore and Coomers have spread it to a lot of the casual players. And have you ever thought that 95% of what the characters do in this game, and also like the whole weapon system, are made for combat, but there's like no combat to do, so what are you even paying for? Yeah, I'm not sure honestly. I think that was the like important things I had to say about the event in terms of meta and stuff. But basically why it's lagging when it goes to the other side is because I'm taking screenshot of how much score I got from each side. And for some reason I accidentally pressed the enter button to bring up the chat, so I think I'm gonna just censor out their name. I really liked the level where you kind of had to bring healing, but instead I just brought a Mona with a Refinement 5 prototype Amber and got a really high score. I thought that was very funny. I also really like that Morgana team where you're using Ganyu and Rosaria instead of Diona. Another good thing about this event was how you could try out so many different teams, since you didn't need to worry about energy regeneration or healing for the most part.
Everybody stand!
Fallen leaves, adorn my night! The wind knows me.
Eat this!
Riptide!
Odds for feet! No, my sword! Ring cutter! To ashes! Shadow Raiden! Swirl! Mark 2! Absorption test! Stand clear! Animal test 60. Midnight Phantasmagoria. Rain outlines your fate. Witness power that ended height. I summon animal hypostasis emulation. Stand clear. Absorption test.
As you wish me.
Animal test 6308. Ring cutter. Eyes on me. Back off. Swirl. Mark 2. Absorption test. Animal test 6308.
Midnight Phantasm.
No, my sword! Witness the power of Koko. To ashes! Midnight Phantasm! Animal hypostasis emulation! Absorption test! Stand clear! By royal decree! Enhanced animal module potential 75.
Body and mind. Let me weave you a verse. Eyes on me!
Absorption test.
As you wish, me.
Stand clear. Animal hypostasis emulation.
No rest for the wicked.
Time to rain cutter. Huh? Power that ended high shot.
Midnight fantastic. Absorption test. Animal test 6308. Swirl, Mark 2.
Illusion shut.
Emerge, right here.
Into the wind. Fallen leaves. Adorn my nights. One with nature.
Flash!
A sight to behold. Emerge, right here, right now.
No turning back! Now you shall perish!
Come on out, right here, right now.
The wind knows me. Clouds hide. The birds call.
Strike!
Nothing lasts forever. Right here, right now.
Storm the front! There is no escape! Torn to oblivion!
One with nature.
Show them. Emerge, right here.
Fallen leaves. Adorn my nights. The wind knows me.
Quiver!
I'm always watching. Right now, right here.
Glory to the Shogun! Shine down! Inazuma shines eternal!
Emerge, right here. Show them.
One with nature. As one with wind and cloud. The wind knows me.
Come on out.
What a nuisance!
A sight to behold. Right now, emerge, right here.
Storm the front! There is no escape! Now you shall perish!
Right now, right here, right now.
One with nature. Fallen leaves. Adorn my nights. Into the wind.
Flash!
I'm always watching. Emerge.
Glory to the Shogun! Illusion shattered! Torn to oblivion!
Come on out, right here. Emerge.
One with nature. Clouds hide. The birds call.
Strike!
A sight to behold. Right here, right now. Show them.
No turning back! Shine down! Inazuma shut!
Allow me! Brace yourselves. Time for takeoff.
To ashes!
Shadow Raiden! Billowing surge!
A new job. Another test.
Hold the line!
As you...
Let's play! Think you can get away?
Back off! Power that ended up!
Covenant of the Deep!
Another job.
My royal brace yourselves. Time for takeoff.
Another test.
Eyes on me!
Billowing surge! Rest and rebuild!
Another test.
Oz, reveal! Think you can get away?
To ashes!
Covenant of the Deep! Allow me! Wings of Dark! Time for takeoff. I summon thee!
Ha! Power that ended hype!
Billowing Surge! Rust and Rebuild!
As you wish, me.
Yahoo! Think you can get away?
Eyes on me!
Torrent, bring refuge! Hold the line! Let's move out. By royal decree, midnight then. Here we go. Time for takeoff.
Back off! To ashes!
Billowing surge!
Into the wind!
Allow me!
Clouds high. The birds call. The wind knows me.
Back off! To ashes!
Midnight Venta.
Covenant of the Deep! Hold the line! Oz, reveal!
One with nature. As one with wind and cloud. The wind knows me.
Midnight Fantastic!
Eyes on me!
Torrent, bring refuge! Let's move out.
Into the wind. Fallen leaves. Adorn my night. One with nature.
Shadow Raiden!
To ashes!
Covenant of the Deep! Let's move out. Allow me! By royal
As one with wind and cloud. The wind knows me.
As you wish, me.
Back off! Eyes on me!
Torrent, bring refuge! Let's move out. Midnight Fantastic!
One with nature. Clouds high. The birds call. Into the wind.
Power that ended hype!
Oz, reveal! Hold the line! Covenant of the Deep! Let's move out. Wings of...
One with nature. Fallen leaves. Adorn my night. The wind knows me.
Eyes on me!
By royal decree, billowing surge! Shadow Raiden!
Into the wind. Clouds high. The birds call.
Shadows of fate! Here we go! Time for takeoff!
Shiver!
Blaze over! Fate is upon you! Let's play!
Judgment!
Access denied! Think you can get away?
Punishment! You can't run!
For Rex Lapis!
Written in the stars!
No touching! Let me scribe! Zap! Time for takeoff!
Judgment!
Lights out! This is long overdue! Decided by destiny!
Delve into destiny!
Yahoo! Think you can get away? You can't run! Punishment! Blaze over! Written in the stars! Brace yourself! Access denied! Yahoo! Time for takeoff! Looks like overtime today. Lights out! This is long overdue! Fate is upon you! Brace yourselves! Yeah! Born of ice and frost! Let me scry! Here we go! You can't run! Punishment! All hail! Decided by destiny! Yahoo! Think you can get away? Access denied! Shadows of fate! Brace yourselves! Yeah! This is long overdue! Shiver! Fate is upon you! Let's play!
Another test subject.
Time for takeoff! All hail! Decided by destiny! Yahoo!
Another test subject.
Brace yourself! No touching! Think you can get away? Written in the stars!
This geo level was definitely the thing I struggled the most on, since my only built geo character is like Ningguang, and I built her for the last abyss, so I'm glad I got more use out of building her, and I think she's pretty fun, and she's actually really good DPS even without these geo buffs. And you probably won't think I actually struggled, considering that I managed to get like 5,400, but I tried hours, okay?
Let's light it!
One with nature. Clouds high. The birds call.
I'm going in!
You can run, but you can't hide.
Nice and spicy! Help!
Into the wind. You're mine. As one with wind and cloud. One with nature.
Race you! Teamwork is true! You're toast!
No touch. Brace yourself. This is gonna hurt.
That's gonna hurt in the morning.
Into the wind. Fallen leaves. Adorn my night.
Let's light it up! Nice and spicy! I'm going in!
Tidal wave.
Everybody stand!
Clouds high. The birds call. The wind knows me. Riptide.
You're toast!
Wind strike. No touch. Shouldn't let your guard down.
Let's light it up! I'm going in!
Into the wind. As one with wind and cloud. The wind knows me.
Ow!
Brace yourself.
Know my sword! Witness the power to ashes!
It's nothing.
Midnight then!
Give up.
Rain cutter!
Eyes on me!
Odds reveal!
Your life is mine. Don't waste my time. Submit!
Let me weave you a verse.
Yes! To ashes!
Midnight Phantasm.
Give up! It's nothing!
Witness the power of Guwa. Know my soul. Power that ended height. Wings of dark.
Your life is mine!
Midnight Phantasm.
Let me weave you a verse. Huh?
To ashes! Submit! Don't waste my time.
Wings of darkness.
It's nothing. Give up. Your life is mine.
Rain outlines your fate. Rain. Power that ended.
Midnight Phantasm.
Don't waste my time. Give up.
Midnight fantastic. Huh? Let me weave you a verse.
Back off! Your life is mine. By ordinance divine, obey! Sakura swirl!
Cool it! Don't get frostbite. The wind knows me. Clouds high. The birds call into the wind.
Unleash! My apologies!
Dodge this!
Cryo incarnate!
Oh, so sorry.
Kamisato art! Sumetsu! Whirling snow!
The wind knows me.
As one with wind and cloud.
One with nature.
My apologies! Yeah!
Cool it! Into the wind.
Manifest! Do your master's bidding! Take flight!
Clouds high. The birds call. One with nature.
Unleash!
Don't get frostbite. Freeze.
Sakura swirl! My apologies! Cryo incarnate! Manifest!
The wind knows me. Fallen leaves.
Adorn my night.
Into the wind. Dodge this. Oh, so sorry.
Kamisato art! Sumetsu!
The wind knows me.
As one with wind and cloud.
One with nature.
Do your master's bidding! Obey!
Cool it.
Take flight! My apologies! Embrace the ice! By ordinance divine!
Freeze. Don't get frostbite.
Take flight! My apologies!
Time for takeoff. Fate is upon you. Shadows of... Sketch. Access denied.
Another test subject.
For Rex Lapis. Yahoo! Think you can get away? Written in the stars. Shaken and stirred. Can't handle your... Let's play. Access denied.
There's no end to this.
Suffocate. Another test subject.
All hail. Brace yourself. Time for takeoff. Decided by destiny. Delved into... Shaken and stirred. Diona!
There's no end to this.
What you got? Another test subject.
Born of ice and frost. Blaze over. Think you can get away? Fate is upon you. Sketch. Here we go. This is long overdue. Brace yourself. Time for takeoff. Written in the stars. Shadows of... Sketch. Shaken and stirred. No touching. We're way behind schedule. For Rex Lapis. Let's play. Think you can get away? Fate is upon you. Delve into death. Sketch. Think you can bully me? Brace yourselves. Access denied. Blaze over. Let's play. Time for takeoff. Decided by destiny. Shadows of... Sketch. Sketch. Brace yourselves. Born of ice and frost.
But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Thanks so much for listening to my little rant of sorts. And I hope to see you again soon in another video.